Hello and welcome, fellow humans, to Bifington's YouTube channel and continuation of our Let's Play through the Direwolf20 1.20 mod pack. And today, I just got so many things to go through and do. It's just amazing. Once you start getting things going and start getting deeper and deeper into mods, just the number of things that need to be done and that you're interested to do, excited to do, just become immense. Just become immense. Just to talk about how to build structures for things to exist in and things like that. There's lots to do. And so we need to get started right away here and get myself out of this mode here. And the first thing I talk about is apples. Last time I didn't have enough apples to make all the dragmies I wanted. And so I looked through the mod pack. It's a kitchen sink mod pack. So there's all kinds of ways to do things, which is which is one of the things I really enjoy. And I found that Growthcraft has the ability to make apple trees. And I looked in the wiki, and they said to right-click it on I think a dirt block, right-click specifically an apple seed or apple core on a dirt block. And I went and edited the wiki, and I said that doesn't, because all these comments in there were saying that doesn't work. And I found if you right-click a grass block, it does work, and you get yourself an apple tree seedling. So that's how that works, and I did edit the wiki so people will know from now on. That's how that works. Also, it says in the wiki that these will drop. They will ripen and drop, and this is chunk loaded here on a server. That one chunk is loaded, force loaded for 1 day and 9 hours. Okay, and you'll see down here this vacuum hopper picking up things that should pick up anything that drops anyway. And there are no apples in there, so these apples are not dropping, and so the only way they drop is you right click them and harvest them. So I would like them to drop so I'd have like basically infinite apples coming down, but that is not how that works. I picked up a few just then, but unfortunately they don't drop automatically. So there you go. We have a source of apples. It's unfortunately not automatic yet. There's harvesters from I think Industrial Foregoing that will harvest that. I've had to use that before. And basically the MC Eternal mod pack. Okay, and looking inside the base, some things have changed here. All the stuff, the gamish that used to be here is gone. The contraptions are all moved. And they're somewhere else. So we're going to see where that somewhere else is and do a little base checkup to see how things are going. As far as you know, the guards are all still alive. I'll be checking that in a minute. Let's just go through here. Nothing new in there. I did add some more chests in here. Actually, I didn't show this last time. I showed 1 day of the products, basically. If you open this chest, it's basically the view from that thumbnail. And it's been running more than a day now. And the maximum number we have here is 400 flawed gems of the royal family. And I don't think there's any need to use those flawed gems other than to get basically gem dust from them. That's what you use them for. And so it's really handy for that. But then down here in this chest, I'm making so that the basically the mythic gems stay in this chest. They're not allowed to be removed by basically this thing right here. If I look at that, edit it, its mythic is blacklisted, so it will not remove mythic. And we've got these are all mythic gems, and so you can use these, and you can make perfect gems. Okay, so that's how we'll use them. Is we'll make them into perfect. And there's quite a few perfect gems. Quite a few of what is that called? Not perfect, but flawless, unique gems. And then we have a ton more to make. Do whatever we want with. Just very few of these ones. This is one from the Nether I picked up recently, and these are from the Twilight Forest down here. It's more. They don't show up. The Drickamies don't generate that here. And you notice it's a little darker in here than normal because it's have a ceiling. And I'll get to that in a minute. Few seconds. Just a few seconds. What's going on there? And now we have all the enchanted books that are coming from the Drigmies. Coming from, I should say, from the Drigmies via the Treasure Goblin. And he's producing an enormous number of enchanted books. And there's only so many, right? There's only so many enchanted books. And so we have 3 netherite chests with 3 stack upgrades in here. And I think that should be it. That should be it. There's some others in the contraption which I've moved. And I'll show that's the way that goes. Okay, let's look at the new thing and see it from outside. I put a second floor on this building because there are more Ars things that need to go in here, including the armor, which I want to get into. And basically, there's a good connection between the Drigmes and Apotheosis. So there's going to be Apotheosis stuff in there. And then, of course, because you have Apotheosis stuff in there, there's going to be Silent Gear stuff in there. And if there's Silent Gear stuff in there, you're going to need about 10 or 20 of the graders in there, because that takes forever to get those up to max grading. And so the question is, how tall is that building going to get? I'm not sure, but I might put the Star Charger on top of it. Give you this for Apotheosis. Show me Silent Gear. Multi-block structure for Star Charging Gear, making it even stronger. All right, so let's get moving here. I think these videos are getting so long, but that's the way it is. It's the Let's Play. There's lots to do in this kitchen sink mod pack. Here's the second floor. It does have, and so we have the contraption placed right here, and used a cut-and-place tool just to move that. And I didn't change its orientation with regard to ordinate axes, which are north, south, east, west. And so all of these connections should be working from Laser IO. They didn't mess them up. And it's the same contraption. We can see that one experience outlooks down here is almost full. That would make 3 of them. I've got the 2 others to show the main base, so I can move them over here for storage. And this chest is still getting all of the... look at this guy lit up down there. Who the heck is that? Oh, that's when the guys got lit up. I don't know what's going on there. It's like fighting a mage. All right, so this is still connected to the mob farm, and all the items are coming in here. So that's a good indication that the mob farm is doing well, because it is basically the chest is not packed full. And another good indication of health is that this is full of books, XP, and power. And you can see I had to put a new flux plug over here, and I had to set the priority higher than I set up an Overworld Quarry. I'm super excited. I'm talking so fast, but anyway, I had a higher priority. Otherwise, it would not get into power. The quarry is taking all of the power now that we can put into it, and I showed that maybe in a bit. I did set up a larger energy storage over there, but it's empty. It sucked all the power out of it, so I am not generating enough power yet for the needs here, and it means I need to make higher or a better power generation, and that creates a problem. It creates a problem because the next tier of solar panels requires dragon breath. So I have to go to the end and fight the dragon. And I kind of don't want to go to the dragon until I do occultism, because then if I go to the end, then I don't need to do occultism probably at all. And I want to explore that, so I'm going to hold off. I'll probably make some more tier 7s, what I'll do. I mean tier 6s. Anyway, this thing is disenchanting all of the armor and stuff we get from the Drigmes down below, and as well as the mob farm. So all the armor from this system goes through this. And you can see this thing is full, and we have 447 mending books, enchanted books. That's a lot of mendings. That's a lot. So there's a very nice flower from Botania that will let you change those into mana. And so we can basically just set aside a certain number of each one of these, like a stack or something. And I can never use a stack of them. And the rest we can just use for making the mana. And then, so everything that doesn't fit in here, and that particular slot will hold over 4,000 of these books. And so we're only 10th of the way there. And so everything that doesn't fit in that will fit in that one. And whatever doesn't fit in there will go in here. And we can add more below this and in front of these things. So we can add another 3 more netherite chests. And this one is empty. So we can add, what is that, 5? We have 5 netherite chests. And I don't think we're going to ever fill that up. If we go beyond, I mean, I can put another stack upgrade really in here to make sure we don't. Let me just double check that. And I've got one more. Let me just put that in there to make it crazy. 65,000. Okay, we should never go beyond 65,000 of the most common books getting from the system. So that's a lot of stuff we're getting. We have all the enchanted books you could want. Probably. And then I did bring all this stuff over here for Apotheosis for making other things. And this was upgraded, I think on video. I can't remember. Their forging table was upgraded. I have the gem cutter right here, right next to all the gems that are, well, it's not next to it. They're down. This is a white elevator. I think it went up that way anyway. I have several of them in this building, so I don't know which one I took up. And we have all the gems here to use. And I kind of separated some out over here that are good for armor. I'll try to slow down a bit. My chat. Here we go. Let's see what we've got. And we have a smithing table. We have a salvaging table to get the gems into dust. Let me just put those two next to each other. It seems to be a thing that's useful. This down here. These two kind of go together. And dust. And then we put this guy right here. There we go. And those should all go together, whatever. Then I have some stuff here from Silent Gear, and we'll get into this eventually, the metal alloyer, making Tyrian steel, and then we can make the special silks. Here, basically, it's makes fabric. We make silk. It's things like that. And then we have over here the alteration table from Ars Nouveau. And this is for applying various upgrades to your Ars Nouveau armor. And okay, so that's the end of the updates in here. Nothing new is at the... I don't think there's anything new at the mob grinder. I just set up this little area over here, kind of set aside. I'm going to build some more buildings out here for occultism. It's curious to try to decide what size the building should be for occultism, because those rituals take a lot of space. But I think it's going to be multiple floors like this. And it's going to be... You use the shape builder here to make a building kind of this shape, because it's kind of the shape the rituals are. And the builder, you can turn on the thing here. It'll make a circle for you, in case you're geometrically handicapped like I am, and I can't quite figure that out. Anyway, I already laid it out here. And there's going to be a fountain. I'd like more of this Azure stone. Right now I have just one block. So, but as I mentioned, I did set up off camera a quarry that runs in the nether. It runs in the overworld here. We can get some overworld materials we can't get in the mining dimension. This is running, doing its thing. And I did notice we have some leaves here stuck on there since last time I started it. During Bo's funeral, which we had last episode. Are you stuck in there? He seems to be stuck. Let me help you out of there. It's a bad situation to be in. And chew your arm off or something. And I claimed all these areas. And I should mention that, so there's no mob creeper creators over here, because the mosh pit over here was getting really deep. And so I ended up having to claim those blocks, because not only was it getting deep, but it was spreading towards this area. Because I have a guard, usually I have a guard right here, and they've been obviously drawn into battle. And you see, it's just getting out of hand. It's getting really deep over here. And I don't think you can get out of there. Anyway, it's getting deep, and it's going farther and farther. And I had to fill this in because it was leaking in. This river was leaking in. So these are claimed chunks now, so we can stop the madness. Let's get back to where we're going. And it's funny because I feel like I'm running pretty fast right now, but previously I was I've been faster in the past. But this feels fast enough. And I did automate this drying basin. We get some leather. And I right-click the basin. If you right-click the hopper down here, it's like Minecraft vanilla sorting. So I have a chest down here that will hold a stack. I can put a stack in there now. And I'm going to make sure it does that right. Yeah, it's going to have more than a stack in these stacks. Otherwise, it'll start taking all the dirt out. No, it'll start bringing the flesh through, is what we'll do. Alright, so dirt. So that's that. I think that's pretty much caught. Oh, let's go check the quarry. Let's check the quarry. So I started it a pretty far distance away. I flew over here, and after I did it, I took the I warped over here to Kramutter, the village we had the was it the raid in. I was off camera, I didn't show that. And I found that after finding spruce way over here, there's just a little bit of spruce forest there. And anyway, so the quarry, I set it up to run this entire huge area here that's shown on the journey map. But it's kind of glitched, and it's not doing it. Is this thing even done? It's not done. You can see that it's taking all the power we can give it. And we do have some interesting blocks and things here from the overworld. It's going through dungeons and stuff. And it's picking up some of the dungeon loot. We've got some antique ink, so it's got some dungeon loot, obviously. I've got some obsidian. We've got some of the crate blocks. I'm looking for that azurine. I haven't seen it in here yet. It's just... Yeah. Yeah, it hasn't come through yet. We are getting a lot of the arcane debris. What is this? Granite? No, I don't know. Arcane debris. We've got 720 of it. Out of 67 million. That's 75 tier 4 stack upgrades it produces. It's 67 million. So this isn't going to run out of items if it runs out of quantity. And so we've got a lot of these various mushrooms for Botania, all kinds of other stuff. What is that granite still doing here? Must be throwing something else away. There, I finally get rid of it. And so I'm just going to let that run, and hopefully we get some good stuff. A little bit of sand. I don't really need it. A little bit of sand. And the other thing I'm looking for is Aether Steel. Where is this? Aether Debris. Aether Steel Debris is the next level up beyond. And there's several of these, I think, in the mod pack. But if you just search Debris, there's 3 types, I guess. But Aether Steel Debris, that's in the overworld below level like Y40 down to the bottom somewhere. And it used to be a separate biome, but it's no longer a separate biome. You can't use the biome compass to find it. And so it's just somewhere at that level, somewhere in your world. And I looked around a bit. I did, off camera, I looked around a bit. Now I'd like to use the quarry to find it. I'm just going to keep going as that way, and until this quarry finds it for me. The waystone out here. So this waystone is out here. And so I don't know if this will show it. No, it doesn't show it. But I started it right here below the water, mostly the water level. And I sent it way over there. It started in the middle, so it's obviously worked out there and it's going to come back probably. It didn't do the whole thing. That's just fine. That's just fine. You can see the quantity of things that are being chucked out here. It's massive. Massive quantity of things being thrown away. You just don't need it. Don't need all that dirt or stone. Okay, and that's it. Let's go back to Overworld, get started at what we're supposed to be doing today. Back to Overworld. We're in the Overworld. Let's go back to the base. All right, there's one of the three guards. I've seen the other one. I've seen the metal guard. It's got to find the new guy that I made, and I haven't talked about him yet. Where is he? Here he is. I don't think you've seen him yet. He's new to the family. It's Harry the bodyguard, and he's doing full netherite with a refined obsidian shield and an enchanted netherite sword. You see, it's enchanted there with sharpness and mending. He's got full netherite gear. I don't have any enchantments on there, and so yeah, he's pretty badass. He's taken over Bo's duties over here. He's not replaced him, but he's taken him over. And he's made of Twilight Forest leaf steel, I think it's called. And he has, can we look at him? Let's show. Yeah, he has Twilight Forest healing damage bonus 2, healing bonus 2, and damage bonus 1. And he's also got float regeneration tier 2. And he's got Naga 1, which is another enchantment from the Twilight Forest. And he's got healing 2, tier 2. All the others have tier 1 because we have from the treasure goblin, we've got enchanted golden apples coming here. We have 512 of them. And there right now. So we have all we ever need, so we can make that every time. And that's an apple surrounded by, of course, 8 blocks of gold. Okay, I needed to make something. What was it? Oh, yes. We both need, all of us need access to the, hold on, excuse me. We need access to all of this stuff, and this stuff, and that stuff, and all of this stuff, and the stuff up here. I don't need access to that. And these are books in here. This whole thing runs on books. We run out of books, this thing stops. And you can see it's gone through over 2,000 almost 3,000 books so far since I really upgraded the chest and started shoving all the books in there. And I like these windows I put in a lot. These books are coming from over there, and they're not linked yet, but I'll do it off camera. I'll link these books to that, and they'll be directly connected to the mob farm, which you can't see from here. I do want the buildings kind of shaded by trees, so I'm not making an apartment complex in here. Anyway, they're coming directly to the mob farm. All right, so I need to make. Let me get the brazier out here. We need to make one of these guys over here, the Wyrums. Let's get this going, and then augment it with that, and then you can throw it on it, or right-click it, and then right-click that thing, and then we have it. We have a bookworm charm. Bookworm, not bookworm, bookworm. I just need to. I want this up here. Let me just slot this in right here, and let's start that whole thing over again. The editor will probably edit that out. So we're coming back from the editing probably, and what we want to do is have the storage lectern upstairs, because I want to use these books right here by the anvil. And that's why we're going to need the experience up here. It's all going to be in one place. It's going to be fantastic. And so I don't need the enchanted books or the things up here. I can just leave them down there. So one of these guys, and I did leave that down there. All right. Kind of fitting out this building here. I need one more of these guys here. I needed a book and quill. Now, the only reason that I'm able to right-click this thing and look at, say, hello, looting. Don't have it. Fortune. The only reason I'm able to do that, to type something in here, double-click that box, and then find the enchanted book, is because I changed the overlay mod that's in this mod pack. At least initially, it was an overlay mod that didn't allow you to do that, and didn't put in the chunk border highlights. I know there's a debug screen that will do that, and it also didn't put in the show you the light level, which is for some reason really buggy. I mean, really laggy. Whenever I do that, I'm just going to throw it at this time with a right-click it, and then right-click it more time. Excellent. So now you have two of those guys in there. That up. And let's go back to work. Back to work. I'm going to do them all, because we have them. Did you? Where did it again? I must have clicked that. Did you get it this time? Please stop that. Let me try. If you click the wire, it does not work. There we go. 10. All right, so they're all linked. Hopefully we're back now. I'll have to edit that out now. But we're all back. We're back, and they're all linked in there. I couldn't have waited to take a drink earlier. No. All right, so 10. We have 10 connected inventories. Let's see if they're all on there. Why is that one in there? That's unusual. I don't know why that's in there. Anyway, I'll probably take that out later. And stay in there for now. And there are no other chests here. This one should be empty, so... yeah, that's just an overflow chest. So... yeah, so there it is. We have basically all of our enchanting and apotheosis stuff here ready to go. And let's use it right now. There's some stuff I want to make. And, so there's a piece of gear that we covered from the Twilight Forest during our, adventure there, getting the gem we needed to get the, treasure goblin. And that, so we get started in the chest now. We've got this agile tribow of the Forlorn, and it's a tribow, so it shoots 3 arrows already. I've enchanted it with power, endless quiver, mending, quick shot, and multi-bow, so it now shoots, I think, 6 arrows at once. And then I put it into the reforging table and gave it a mythic, what is that? A mythic enchantment, I guess? I don't know. And it's got extra arrow damage, extra arrow velocity, draw speed is high, and it's also got quick shot 4, so it's really high. It's an instant. You get extra speed buffs, and then you've got 3 empty slots. And interesting enough, on the top there, arrows deal magic damage. I'm not sure what that is, but anyway, it doesn't deal damage over time, I don't think, so I think it's fine. Then you have a 30% chance to shoot a second arrow. So I guess it means it could shoot 7 arrows, or 7, or 14. I'm not sure if that doubles everything. Or it shoots, maybe shoots an extra 4, or an extra 3, I mean. And we have 3 sockets, and it's also got kind of its own unbreaking in there. It ignores 41% of durability, so we're looking to get that going. And these are all the things that goes with this stuff down here. All the things I want to put on here. I don't think I need that right now. And then I did build another... bring this guy into the world here if I back him up maybe a little bit. I did build another metal golem, another golem, and his name is Fang, also known as Bow's Revenge. And his job is just to utterly destroy anything in this path. So, okay. Let's see how far we can push this bow with the new setup we have up here, and it is just, it's going to be hilarious, I believe. So, let's see. So, I've already put a enchantment on it, or a mythic imbuement. I don't know what those are called. Next, I want to put the gems in there, but I'm not done with these gems yet. I need some gem dust, which I think we're just going to get from, let's see here. What did I do? I don't know what button I hit, but I did something. Okay. We can use these to get as much gem dust as we want. No, where is it now? The salvaging table. Right here we go. That's just hilarious. I remember when Dyer did this, he was like digging through his inventory trying to find all the gems he had. And it's like, yo, it's not that hard. Oop, I didn't want that. Oh, what is that called? Combatant. I wanted that in... No, it doesn't work. Alright, so where is it now? Gem of the Combatant. Flawless Gem of the Combatant. Okay, now we have them all. Fine. That's fine. Alright, let's... I need to make... I have 3 slots. And we could put in this one that does... There's one for... Yeah, there's one that does crit. Let's see... Oh, no, ranged. No, you can't type things like that. Critical. Let's try critical. Yeah. So it's this one. Crit chance. Oh, that's the one I want. Flawless. So it's interesting. These guys are going to move things back and forth, and they're going to move the things that are down there somehow, even though they don't have access to it. So somehow they're able to do that. So that's a choice. I definitely want these guys upgraded. I just want to use that. What about this? Crit chance. And there's crit damage. It's almost like it's like a Warframe discussion. Like, do you want crit chance, crit damage? Now, isn't a full bow pull like all the way out? Isn't that going to be a crit anyway? It's 100% crit, right? So really, it should be crit damage. Let's try one of these and see where we go. All right, so I can go in there. I got a little worried there. Okay, so that's flawless. We made a perfect one. Nice. So I know I want at least 2 of these. Some I hope that holds its inventory. No. Why not? All right, what achievements did I get? Infinity stones. Perfect gemstone. Find an ancient gem. This is an ancient gem now. Where is it? Perfect gem of the combatant. It's an ancient gem. Is it now? 50% arrow damage. So 2 of them will double the damage of the weapon. And it's going to do a lot of damage. I'm not sure how much damage it does. It doesn't really say. I don't know how to look that up. It's just... It's doing a lot. It's going to do a lot of damage. And do I want to put crit in there? I think that needs to be tested. I'm going to leave that slot open. And I think that needs to be tested. I'll do that off camera. I'll put that back on the chest over there and do that off camera. So I think it needs to be tested to see if the full bow is 100% crit. I know you have a dummy in here, right? All right, so we're going to make this dummy. And test the bow out. So 2 perfect guys. Let's go ahead and put them on there. I think we just do it this way, right? Yeah. Here. So 50% arrow damage. Can I? Oh, won't let me do that. Unique. Oh, that's what that means. You can only put 1 in there. All right, so that makes sense. Let's go ahead and do the others then. I can put 1 of each in there. Might as well do it. You have to put the gem up here first, otherwise it doesn't take it. I wish this would hold this inventory. All right, we got that one. And that one. Excellent. Perfect and perfect. And any of those unique. This one is not unique. So I could put multiple crit damages in there. Ah. Okay. That's a question. So we go for 60% crit damage. I don't know. I can always get another of these bows and try it again. Crit chance. And crit damage. Okay, I did 1 of each. A little bit of research here. The stuff back in here. The perfect one in there. If I search perfect, does it come up? Yeah, it does. Nice. Okay. Maybe I can automate that. I don't know. That'd be good. And now I have this gem. 3 perfect gems. I have this bow. 3 perfect gems in it. And makes me want to go to the end right now to try to one-shot the dragon. And eventually you'll be able to add in 1 more socket in there. So I can put another crit damage in there anyway. All right, so that is a force of nature. If we look at our sword over here, it's got... I did put in all the armor and all of the tools here, the 2 tools, the weapon and the 1 tool. I did put a mythic imbuement on there. And so this one has lifesteal and armor pierce. Protection pierce only works in PvP, so don't use that. And it does ancient knowledge, but doesn't change all of the drops to experience. It just gives you more experience. And nothing too special. Give it more damage and enemy reach. That was pretty good. And then the weapon got some mining speed, some luck. And breaks everything as netherite. Can place a torch. I don't like that because I can't use it on this wood to make it the strip of bark wood version of it. So that's the thing. All right, so let's go on to the next thing, which I believe is to get onto some different armor. And I'm not going to be able to, on camera, I think it's going to take too long to get all the enchantments without a lot of cuts. Maybe that's worthwhile doing it. But let's get some armor going here. And I'm going to work on some protection. And yeah, let's do the armor. I can do this next. And stuff like that. And let's see what we can do. Oh, it's down here. We have to do this down here. So we have to enchant this. How did I make that now? I think we use this. Yeah, I think we use 4 of these. So it's 4 of those, and then the piece of armor. And this is already enchanted. So this is ready to go. It's one of the pieces of armor I bought from the trader, who doesn't come around too much. I did see his llamas recently, but I couldn't find him, so I don't know what happened to him. Again, you know, it's kind of understandable that you wouldn't come around. You can mercilessly kill every time you do. So we have tier 1, and we have a slot for one upgrade through the Ars Nouveau mod, and so the next one is the chest plate. Put some fabric on there. It's the Mage blue fiber anyway, not fabric. Well, that looks pretty cool. Well, it doesn't look that great. The what is that called? The sprite looks cool, like gas force sprite. Okay, let's put the pants. We'll be done with this step, and then we want to upgrade it to tier 2 in this blaze rods. That's why the blaze rods are here. That's done. I had some blocks out here, a little stack of mossy cobblestone I had to remove, and a block here I had to remove because the wheel walkers kept phasing into it and then taking damage until they basically died. They went to munchkin form. Hello, what did I get? Alright, I get this again. Whoa, what the heck? Leg guards, it looks very similar to the helmet. Alright, let's get this armor down here and upgrade it to tier 2. Again, the order does not matter. Down there. And the last piece. Oh, this is taking source right from these jars. It's within range. That's really nice. I did not realize that. Alright, so now we can take a look and see what the fashion is like. Okay. It's a pretty cool. It's not like Botania's armor, but it's got some stuff going for it. It's got some nice golden rams and things to it. So, it's got some style to it. Can I make it so that my jetpack doesn't render? Where the heck is my jetpack? Where it is? No. Maybe here. Yeah. Can I shut that off? Yeah. Now my belt is not showing. There we go. That's a little better. I need that belt in my pictures. Nice. Looks like I'm holding some kind of wand against my chest. Alright, so that is not quite ready for prime time, though. I'm looking at the keys. I'm going to do it right. First try. So that's it. That's as far as that's going to go. And off camera, I will keep working on that. And when we get to occultism, we'll be able to finish it. But I really can't wear it right now, I guess. Once I have some enchantments on there and a mythic, whatever. If you really want to see that on camera, let me know. I can do it on camera. Let's put this stuff down here. I decided that we're going to store our armor sets up here. And that went on there. Oh, it changed it with what? Oh, changed it. Okay. Can I just look down then? There you go. And so we'll get to this later. I'll work on that off camera and then bring that back into the show, the mod pack show when it's ready. All right, so these blaze rods are done for now. I had all the protection stuff ready. I'm not going to do it. It's a whole bunch of decisions and stuff. I just don't want to do it on camera. Mage fiber can go back in here. The bow can come back down. Gotta try out this bow. I can make this dummy right now. They are sometimes glitchy, so I'm going to put it... We don't have a hay bale. Really? Then I need an armor stand. So the monster balls can pick up these armor stands. Because they're entities. This must be an entity too. I'll put it here. Where can I put it? In the corner. Someplace that's... I'm going to put it someplace where it's not visible. Because I used one of these ones before. And it was glitchy. It just started leaving. I guess there's no other better word for it. I'll put it in the mining dimension. That's a good place for it. No distractions there for this dummy. Okay. That's the energy storage system right there. That empty block over there. There it is. Yeah. Nice. That's real nice. All right, so that's the ARF Tools power cells. And those are pretty easy to make. No special items. It's all like vanilla. This all our tools all uses primarily vanilla items. They put a block down that should update. Or crash it. I don't know. There we go. It's a little glitchy. I should put it someplace where I don't see it. So anyway, that's speeding it. I use a wrench to change these blocks. So it's to change it so you put a port on it for putting energy in. We're already taking energy out like up here. And you can see this is putting out 8,000 ARF per tick or FE per tick. Maybe destroying a little bit in here. I think I could do 10,000. Yeah, that's about max. That's max. We only have 4 of these. That's the maximum is 8,000. So it's taking it. It's not storing anything at all. Everything's going out. So this is already been mined under here. All right, so there's the dummy. And let's try the sword first. 16.45. Is that right? I assume a bit more than the 15.7 it says there. I'm not sure why. We don't even have sharpness on here. This is not enchanted at all. 16.45, so it needs some work. The bow. I have an arrow. I have an arrow. it has endless quiver on it, so I can use any bow. But give it all the enchantments, so any bow. What was that number? Target demi 593 DPS. Some of those numbers were in the okay. A lot of numbers that were smaller, okay. That's much lower now. 93 for some reason. Maybe it needs to stop moving. When it's got 70, but it has an enchantment on it. You can see it's got a status effect on it, and the damage dropped. Magic damage? What is it doing? Yeah. So there's some kind of status effect going on here. You can see it on there. And when that happens, the damage is reduced. I don't know what it is. Must be the magic damage. Second arrow can't be doing that. Mending, quick shot, multi-bow, power, damage, velocity, speed. Nothing like that. So we gotta get rid of magic damage. Obviously, there's a problem there. I got 200 for some reason. Some of the arrows obviously are missing. All right. So let me work on that off camera as well and see if we can find an imbuement that doesn't do magic damage. Just needs to be avoided. Thank you for watching the episode. Hope you enjoyed it. A variety of things were done today. We made a lot of progress. Even though it doesn't seem like there was anything one focused on, we got a lot of different things done, and they're very useful for unlocking other things and getting to more powerful items in the future and kind of leveling ourselves up. And so we really need to rush into things that are still like early mid-game. Otherwise, it'll be too powerful for them and they won't be useful. So gotta get into occultism and other things. So we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.